It's bowl season. Did you know the first ever bowl game wasn't called a bowl at all? It was called the 1902 Tournament East-West Football Game. That's way too many words for that. And now here we are. It's a tournament again. But that went back to 1902, Pasadena, California. Michigan beat Stanford 49-0. There was not a single flag planted at midfield. It was amazing. It was a blowout. And they also replaced it with the chariot races. And then football later returned in 1916. And then that became the Rose Bowl. Look at that. A history lesson. 47 bowl games this year. I'm glad they're back. No more chariot races, all bowl games. And that's a lot of games, which means a lot of action, which also means a lot of opportunity to get in on that action with DraftKings. Because right now, all new DraftKings customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just $5. So get in on the bowl action. All you have to do is use my promo code, which is Bobby. It's that easy, BOBBY. Put it in. You bet $5 and you get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Bobby Bones, come on. We had a listener call us and say she was at PBR recently and there was a bull named Bobby Bones. And so we have Josh Hilton, who is the owner of Bobby Bones the Bull, on. Josh, what's up, buddy?
Going on, man?
First question, Bobby Bones the Bull. This is named after me and like how broad my shoulders are and how mean I am. Like, is it where'd the name come from?
So I'm kind of a pretty big Denzel Washington fan, and he was in a movie called Two Guns, and his name was Bobby Trench, but they called him, he had a couple nicknames. They called him Bobby Beans, Bobby Bones. Oh. I know a guy, Bobby, and I don't know, ever since this bull was a calf, he just kind of reminded me of Bobby Bones from that movie. So that's how he got his name for the most part.
Dang.
Womp womp.
A little bit I'm sad because I thought maybe it was named after me. That's okay, though. Had you, true, and be completely honest, had you ever heard of me?
Yeah, actually I had. Before I was really full-time in the rodeo world, I used to listen to you guys in the mornings and stuff on the way to work. So yeah, I have heard of you.
Oh, that's awesome. And where do you live? Where would you listen to us?
It would have been on I guess it would have been on satellite radio because I'm from Houston, the Houston area.
So with Bobby Bones the Bull, like what kind of bull is he? Like is he one that scares people? I don't understand even how Bobby works. Like, do you submit? They draw and then they get Bobby in the draw?
Yeah, so basically the way it works at the PBR, it's a random draw. There's guys that qualify for the Unleash the Beast tour. They're the best 35 guys in the world. And there's actually a livestock director that selects the bulls for that tour. And then once he selects the bulls for each event, like for St. Louis, Bobby Bones was selected for that event, and it's a random draw at that point, and they're matched up with whoever they randomly draw, and then then you just kind of get to see how the cards play out after that.
What kind of bull is Bobby Bones?
Man, he's actually, if you didn't know him, you'd think he was probably pretty scary. He really walks around like he's tough and he's really confident, and he'll even act like that a little bit, but you can actually kind of pet on him and hand feed him and stuff like that. So he's kind of got a tough persona, but I think he really wants to be your buddy at the end of the day.
Sounds a lot like me.
That's you, dude.
Yeah, nothing more has ever been said that's accurate to me. So how do you pick a bull to be one of the bulls that the bull riders ride? Because I'm imagining you have a bunch of bulls.
Yeah, so we actually have quite a few, but my partner, Bob Wisnat, actually raised this bull. And another part of why he got his name is when we were hauling a lot of bulls for Bob and he was raising them and stuff, like we kind of stuck with the Bob name. We had a bull that was Bobcat that went to some PBRs and stuff, and I've got a bull called Bad Bob that Bob raised as well, and that's kind of how Bobby Bones got his name. We had to have a Bob in there, but we've started these calves. I've had him since he was just a calf, and I mean we trained and bucked him, and and just kind of developed him into what he is now. And then once they get to a certain age, this is the level that you're shooting for. This is like getting to go play in the majors. And we took him to some amateur deals and some lower level deals. And, he looked like he had the tools to be the kind to play at this level. And luckily, the livestock director selected him to go. So here we are.
When I was in like first grade, I got selected and I was put into something called GT, which was gifted and talented. And I think it affected me in a bunch of great ways. It challenged me. Is there like a bull part of that? Like what you see him as like a baby bull, you realize there's something different about him. And so you're like, we got to get him in the buck and bull GT class.
Yeah. So that's basically what I am. I'm a buck and bull trainer, and we start calves straight off their mama. We've got training routines and stuff like that. And I've got partners that raise these animals. I've got partners that we go out and we find them and buy them from other breeders. And then I've got people that, they just want to be a part of the buck and bull business. They don't really go look for them. They come to me and trust me that we're going to go out and find them something. And, they've got full-time jobs. They're in, completely different industries, but, just like, your listener, she watched the PBR and, enjoyed it, whatever. But, anybody can be involved in this deal. But that's what kind of my job is I kind of connect the two. I've got the place and the facility to see those bulls that need to be in a training program and try to get them to this level, and kind of get them linked up with somebody that wants to be involved in the buck and bull industry, and, and kind of unite the two completely different cultures and give people a different experience that, maybe they wouldn't be able to experience on their own because they don't have the ability to, see or train, or, most of them sometimes live in subdivisions or, at high-rise apartments and in the inner cities and stuff like that. So we just kind of, connect the two and able to facilitate all aspects of it for people that want to be involved.
You ever ride Bobby Bones?
That is a big negative. I love my position, and it's not on the back of them. That's for sure.
If I wanted to be, can I invest in Bobby Bones the bull, and how do I make money?
Well, so what we have is the American Buck and Bull Incorporated is actually a registry for bucking bulls. Like, this bull's bloodlines go back to multiple different bulls and stuff, and you can go back and see this. But the ABBI hosts and sanctions events all over the U.S. that bulls are able to go and compete and qualify for finals and stuff like that. And Bobby Bones is actually he's a 3-year-old, so he has 2 more years worth of competitions with the riders where he could go and earn money and stuff like that. So there's a whole nother aspect outside of the PBR that people can invest in bulls and go and compete and win money. Last year we had a deal called the $1 Million Futurity, and there was a bull that was awarded $250,000 for 1 out. So it's getting to where there's a lot of money being thrown out there for these bulls, and I think there's going to be a whole lot more people looking for ways to invest in them, because I think the prize money's getting up there. It's making things a little interesting.
Yeah, but like me and Bobby Bones specifically, you don't see really an avenue. Me give you like $500 and I got like a 0.05 share or anything like that.
Yeah, that's definitely something we could do.
Let's go.
We can call him the Bobby Bones Show if you want to. We can make we can facilitate just about whatever.
Well, I don't want to like change him up, and he's like, I don't even know who's talking to me now. Bobby Bones Show, like he's Bobby Bones. So, do they win money if they throw the rider off fast? Is that how the bull wins?
No. So basically, once you're selected to go to the PBR, you're given an out check for that bull's out. And as long as he's not in superior and they don't have to give a re-ride on that bull, they're going to pay you an X amount for him to show up and, to those events. The competition bulls, they're actually judged and scored based on how they perform. And then, they may be in a pool of 30 bulls. They may be in a pool of 60, 100 bulls or whatever, and how they perform and judge, that's how they're awarded prize money or, whatnot. So there's 2 different ways to kind of go about making a little bit of money with them.
With bulls that you ride, are they mostly male, mostly female, no male, no female? What's that?
So they're all males.
Bulls are
yeah,
males.
So
Good point.
yeah.
That's a great point. What about like a mean female? What
Nowadays,
about like
you
a
never
mean
know.
cow? Mean cow. Yeah. Like you just did a cow that's really mean. You're like, we should buck off her.
Well, those are the ones that normally make good moms. So that's what we use the good mean cows for.
That's a great point, Amy.
That's my ag degree coming out.
Well, had you not said that, I'd have asked the question and just been like, I can't wait for the answer.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I'm such an idiot. Okay, so what are we rooting for with Bobby Bones the Bull? How does Bobby Bones the Bull win the championship? Because we want to follow him now.
Well, I mean, he's basically the PBR awards the world champion bull based on 8 outs throughout the year. High score with the highest average, basically wins. So, that's kind of the level you're hoping to look for a bull of that caliber. They're few and far between right now. There's some great bulls out there. So, mainly the thing for Bobby Bones is we're looking for a long, solid career out of him. Get him to the PBR, World Finals in May, and in Fort Worth. So that's our next goal right now. Is we got him to this level. We want to get him qualified for the PBR World Finals. So y'all definitely have to follow along and check us out on social media, and we'll try to keep his story going so everybody knows where he's at.
Yeah, Instagram, Hilton Bull CO. That's the right Instagram, right?
Yep.
And so with Bobby Bones, the bull, if I were to come and meet him, would you let me ride him?
Yeah. I mean,
with a helmet?
Long as your
Insured.
insurance is paid up and everything, then we're good. Long as I'm not liable, I'll facilitate whatever we can.
Any chance I would die?
There's always that chance, pretty highly.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's
a high
highly. I
chance.
thought you were going to say pretty low. Okay, what if I wrap myself totally in bubble wrap, put a helmet on, and said go, and just because at the bar when they do that thing, I do pretty good on it. I hold on. Yeah, I'm kind of sexy when I do it too.
Well, I mean, you bring the bubble wrap, I'll bring Bobby Bones.
Okay.
Okay, look,
Sounds like a party.
Bobby,
What?
bull riding has a higher injury rate than many other sports, including football, ice hockey, and boxing.
I need to call my wife if she'll let me. I'll do anything.
Wait,
I did a whole television show jumping off crap.
She's not letting you do that.
You don't think so?
No chance.
Okay. We're rooting for Bobby Bones the Bull. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
I do think the PBR comes to Nashville in this summer, so I mean we might be able to make something work.
Oh,
Okay.
let me know if Bobby Bones the Bull comes to town. Oh, I'm there. I don't know if I'm around. I need to take a look.
It does say wearing protective equipment can help you, and if you improve your physical conditioning,
Look at me.
this is what you've been training
I'm an
for.
animal right now. I've been trained. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, good luck, Josh. Thank you for the time. We really appreciate it. And good luck with Bobby Bones the Bull. And as far as I tell anybody, it was named after me because of my rugged, tough style. But thank you and good luck. Have a great day, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. See you.
Bye.